Hello everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. My name is Talisha and I also go by CreativiTeeByT. If you're new to watching the channel, I certainly welcome you and thank you for stopping by, and I hope you consider subscribing. Thank you to all of my returning subscribers for coming back and for your continued support. For today's video, I will be sharing my very first garment of 2024, and this garment that I made is also in collaboration with the beautiful Natieda of So Natural Dane in honor of the Black History Pattern Designers Challenge that she is hosting for the 6th year in a row. So in case you are not aware of what the BHM Pattern Designers Challenge is, it's a challenge that has been hosted by Natieda of So Natural Dane, and she has been doing this every year for the last 5 years, which makes this the 6th year. The challenge is a challenge for those who sew, quilt, crochet, or anything of that nature to make something that was designed by a Black pattern designer and or purchase fabric from a Black owned fabric or yarn store, things of that nature. The challenge began on the 1st of February and it will continue through the rest of the month. So if you would like to participate in the challenge, all you have to do is make something and post it to Instagram and use the hashtag BHM Pattern Designers and tag at So Natural Dane, and you will be eligible for prizes. Along with the prizes, there are many sponsors that are giving discounts, and I will run like a slideshow of the different vendors and their discounts here on the screen if I have not done so already, so that you can see which ones are available. And then you can take advantage of those deals. But if you do not want to participate, but you would like to see all of the lovely entries, just follow the hashtag BHM Pattern Designers on Instagram and here on YouTube, because people will upload videos and you will see all of the lovely makes. So Natieda has been working hard all year on this challenge. She is a great person. I had the opportunity to meet her last year and spend some time with her during the live event for the BHM Pattern Designer. So I'm definitely a fan of hers. So definitely share the love if you wish to, so that you can support this challenge. All right. So now I will go back into my make, which, like I said, is my first make, or garment I should say, of 2024, and this is my first entry for the challenge. And I collaborated with Natieda and we both made this top that I am wearing, and it is Know Me 2002. The pattern designer for this Know Me 2002 is the lovely Brittany J. Jones. And Brittany J. Jones is well known in the sewing community. I'm very sure most everyone who's watching this video and sews knows who she is. She works for the Simplicity Design Group. She was a full-time blogger prior to that and provided many sew-alongs and tutorials on her own for the sewing community. And she is currently one of the co-owners of Melanated Fabrics. There's so much more to know about Brittany. That was just like a little snippet. So if you would like to know more, which I'm sure many of you already do, but I will link to her blog and her YouTube channel below so that you can read all of that on your own. All right, so I picked up this pattern, which is Know Me 2002, for a couple of reasons. When it first came out, I thought it was super duper cute, and I already had this in my stash, so that was one of the reasons why I picked it. And it's like, you know what, I purchased it because I thought it was cute, so I just need to go ahead and use it. And one of the other reasons why I picked this for our collaboration is because I felt like it looked very easy to sew. And with the challenge, you are not to stitch anything until the 1st of February. And you know, I work full time and I have 2 little boys at home and I have my husband, so I needed to make sure that I picked a garment that was a little bit more faster to construct, seeing that we can't stitch until the 1st, and our collab is going to be on, you know, the following weekend, right? So on the 4th, I believe. So yeah, so that was another reason why I picked it. And you know what, I was able to cut this out on Tuesday, partially sew it on Wednesday, finish it on Thursday, you know, after I cooked dinner. and it was just super duper easy. Now, this could have easily been cut out and sewn in one day. This is truly a one-day project. It's one of those, you know, hey, let me, my sojo is down, let me pick something out to get it back up. This is one of those projects, and you're gonna love it in the end. Those are my reasons for picking it, and I absolutely love it. Now, let's talk about the pattern in general and my experience while making it. Again, this is Nomi 2002, and the pattern description is Mrs. and Women's Knit Tops and Jeans. It also goes on to say that it is a knit mock turtleneck top that has sleeveless or 3/4 sleeve options and has a tie belt and side slits. This pattern also has trouser style jeans with pleats and has pockets or straight or tapered leg options. There are two views for the top. It's views A and B. A is the top that is longer, and B is a shorter version, and then there is view C, which is the pants, but I did not make that. The fabric recommendations are going to be stretch knit only, such as interlock jersey, rib knit and ITY, and sweater knit for the top. And for the sewing skill level, the sewing skill level is rated as average, but I believe that is because of the jeans that's on this pattern, because the top is super duper easy. This is very much so beginner level, okay, but super trendy and cute as well. So for the pattern pieces, this top only uses 3 pattern pieces, which is the front, back, and the sleeves. I did also make the sash, which would, you know, make it a 4th pattern piece, but it is not required, it is optional. And for the notions, I only needed thread. The pattern sizing comes in size 10 to 38W. So I think there's 2 size packages or size 2 envelopes with different sizes on there. I'm not really sure, but I'm positive that that's what that's all about. Yeah, I have the women's package right here, so yeah, it definitely comes, it looks like size 10 to maybe 18, and then 20W, because that's what I have, 20W through 28W. So for the size that I cut a 22W, which gave me a finished bust measurement of 43 inches. But my bust is a 45-inch, you know, measurement. So technically, I should have gone up a size, but I didn't, because women's sizes fit differently on me, and I feel like they are scaled larger. So that is why I went with the smaller size for the 43. So basically, this top should have been a 43, and as you can see in the clips that I put in, it looks like a great fit, and I still have some room, even though my bust is still a 45. And that's what I have learned over time with these patterns, is that when it comes down to the W's, I need to go down a size. So at least I knew that. Although there's like a little room under the arms, which, like I said, comes from the scaling of the women's, you know, I still feel like it looks fine, but I also feel like it could be taken in and have a little snugger look, and it would be okay, you know. But I feel like I'm in between the misses and women's when it comes down to sizing, but I still feel like it's okay. Do I feel like it looks like the photo on the pattern envelope? I absolutely do. The instructions that I read were easy to follow. I apologize, I did not read all of the instructions in detail. The reason being is because I've made a mock turtleneck style 2 other times, and I didn't feel like I needed to, but I did look at them, because I wanted to make sure that I did construct this part properly, because I've done this before. One time was a fail, one time wasn't. So yeah, I do feel like they were easy to follow for the instructions that I did follow. And the things that I love about this top, I love the shaping, the design, view options, this mock turtleneck look, and that fact that you get this pattern, but it's like no-brainer construction. Like I said, it is definitely I lost my sojo, let me make something, unless you don't like to hem, because you do have to hem these raw edges, you know, like you can't get away with that. And the way it splits and everything, you know, it's not like it's a regular hem. You gotta, you know, go down and up and down and over, you know. So yeah, if you don't like to hem, you may not like it, but it's definitely still easy regardless to whether you like to hem or not. Did I dislike anything? No, I did not. Did I learn anything new? No, I didn't have any first time experiences. And the fabric that I use this black and white Ponte knit that I found at Walmart for, guess what? $3. Okay, $3. And I believe it might have been it's probably 2 yards on here because there wasn't much left. So yes, I got this for the low. I got this bomb trendy top and sash for $3. I could have used fabric that I had in my stash to make this instead of using the fabric from Walmart, but I have made this mock turtleneck style of neckline, like I said, 2 other times, and I was extremely disappointed in how one of them came out. And that's because the fabric didn't have the proper amount of structure, and the other one had a lot of structure. So because I haven't made anything in between, I decided, you know what, I'm not going to use that fabric. I'm just going to use this Ponte just to make sure that it looked right. And I think it worked out fine. I absolutely love my little $3 top. I think it's I'm good. As far as alterations or changes, the only change I made was with the construction. Instead of folding the neckline down and tacking it down in the inside at the shoulder seams, I just used heat and bond strips, and then I ironed the rest of my neckline down in place after I did that. And then, because you know the inside of here is, you know, it's ironed down and then it just lays like this, so I finished the raw edges and you iron down and lay. With the mock neck turtleneck, or mock turtleneck one that I made that is kind of floppy, I felt like it just kind of flips up. So because I did not want that to happen, what I did was just use a little strip of stitch witchery, and I ironed that down in the middle in the front here, and I also ironed it in the back. Okay, now stitch witchery comes off over time in the wash, and when that happens I'll just reapply if needed. But I just definitely, you know, wanted to make sure that it stayed down for you know, with it being brand new and things like that, and I'm happy with that as well. So would I recommend this pattern? Absolutely, yes. I think it's super cute. And with this flap, first I was nervous because, like I mentioned before, I do have a little protrusion in my belly, and I didn't know if this flap was going to show that off, but it did not. It actually is very flattering. In my opinion, I feel like the top is very flattering for me with my larger bust and just, you know, being top heavy. So very pleased with that. This pattern is available on the Simplicity website and in Joann Fabrics. I believe this was Brittany's very first pattern with the Know Me patterns, and I'm glad that I was finally able to make it. And I have also made maybe one of her other patterns, and that was back in August when I did the summer vacation sewing series, and I made the dress that was absolutely gorgeous. I will put a picture in the screen so that you can see that. So definitely go and check out this pattern designer, see what else she has to offer, and many others. There is a list on Natieda's website with all black pattern designers so that you can find one if you wish to look at her website, so that you can participate and easily locate who is a black pattern designer. All that information will be in the description box below. And now I will go ahead and share a few more photos and clips of my top. Alright, so overall overall, I think this is such a great pattern, and I think you should add this to your stash, especially with spring coming and these 3/4 sleeves. You know, this is the perfect top to get you up and going with your spring wardrobe. And it's also good for the summer because it can be sleeveless too. So please let me know what you think in the comments below, and make sure that you take some time to go over to Natieda's channel to see what her top looks like. Also, make sure you go over to Brittany's website, check out her blog and all the other patterns that she's made and the others, so that you can participate if you choose to. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what I am going to say. Please take a pause for the calls and click the like button and the subscribe button and the gray notification bell so that you can be notified of future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all of my new and returning subscribers for your support, and I will see you in the next video, which will be soon because I got some more fabric to show you. Bye.